the Garden of Eden, a place of unimaginable beauty, a paradise lost. We know of this garden through ancient texts, stories whispered through generations. They tell of a land sustained by four great rivers. These rivers were not just sources of water, they were lifelines, each one carving a unique path through the garden, nourishing the land and supporting its diverse inhabitants. Imagine a time before deserts spread across the earth, before pollution choked the air, before extinction silenced the songs of so many creatures. Eden, as described, was a place of perfect balance. It reminds us of what we have lost and what we might one day hope to regain. The story of Eden is a story of interconnectedness. It is a reminder that all life on earth is dependent on water. And within Eden, the four rivers were central to this web of life. The rivers were the veins of Eden, carrying life-giving water to every corner. They remind us that we are all connected, not just to each other, but to the natural world around us. The first river, the Pishon, flowed through a land called Havilah. This land, we are told, was rich in gold, not just gold, but precious stones, bdellium and onyx. The Pishon, in its journey through Havilah, absorbed the essence of these riches. Picture the river, its surface shimmering with reflected light. Imagine the soft golden sands that lined its banks, sparkling with flecks of precious metals. The very water, it was said, carried a faint golden hue, a testament to the riches it flowed through. The people of Havilah, blessed by the Pishon, were renowned for their craftsmanship. They used the gold and precious stones gifted by the river to create objects of exquisite beauty. Their skills were a testament to the abundance that the Pishon brought. But the Pishon's gifts were not just material. It also brought with it a sense of wonder, a reminder that the earth held treasures beyond measure. The river's beauty inspired artists and poets who sought to capture its essence in their work. The Gihon, the second river of Eden, flowed towards a land known as Cush. This land was different from Havilah. It was a land of fertile plains where crops flourished and animals grazed in abundance. The Gihon's waters, rich with silt deposited from upstream, nourished the land. This annual flooding, far from being destructive, was the lifeblood of Cush, replenishing the soil and ensuring a bountiful harvest. The people of Cush lived in harmony with the rhythms of the river. The Gihon was their lifeline, providing them with the sustenance they needed to thrive. The land of Cush, thanks to the Gihon, was a symbol of fertility and abundance. Its people were known for their agricultural skills and their deep connection to the land. The Gihon's journey through Cush taught a valuable lesson: the importance of respecting the delicate balance of nature. The people of Cush understood that their prosperity depended on the health of the river, and they lived accordingly. The third river, the Tigris, flowed towards Assyria. Assyria was a land of rolling hills and fertile valleys, and the Tigris, with its steady flow, was essential to its prosperity. The Tigris River was known for its fish, which provided sustenance for the people living along its banks. It was a source of trade and transportation, connecting communities and fostering cultural exchange. The Tigris was also a source of inspiration. Its beauty, often described as a silver ribbon winding its way through the green landscape, was celebrated in poetry and song. The people of Assyria, like those of Cush, recognized their dependence on the river. They built their cities along its banks, drawing water for irrigation and using its currents to power their mills. The Tigris, with its life-giving waters, was the heart of Assyrian civilization. The fourth river, the Euphrates, flowed through the very heart of the Garden of Eden. It was the largest and most significant of the four rivers, and its presence was felt throughout the garden. The Euphrates provided the water that sustained the lush vegetation of Eden. Its banks were home to a dazzling array of plant and animal life. The air was filled with the songs of birds, and the scent of flowers hung heavy in the air. The Euphrates was more than just a source of water. It was a symbol of life itself, a testament to the boundless creativity of nature. Its waters, flowing from the hidden springs of the earth, represented the source of all creation. The Euphrates, in its journey through Eden, carried with it the essence of paradise. It was a reminder that even in the midst of a fallen world, the beauty and abundance of creation could still be found. Section 6. More than water. Rivers as symbols. The 4 rivers of Eden were more than just geographical features. They were powerful symbols, representing the abundance, interconnectedness, and divine providence that characterized the Garden of Eden. The rivers represented the abundance of God's creation. Each river flowed through a different land, providing unique resources and shaping the character of its people. Just as the rivers provided for the physical needs of the garden, they also symbolize the spiritual nourishment that God provided for His people. The rivers were also a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things. Just as the rivers flowed into one another, so too were all living things connected in a delicate web of interdependence. The health of one part of the ecosystem depended on the health of all the others. Finally, the rivers represented divine providence. They were a visible reminder of God's care for His creation. Just as the rivers provided for the needs of the garden, so too did God provide for the needs of His people. Section 7. A World Connected. The story of the 4 rivers of Eden is a powerful reminder that we are all connected. The choices we make, no matter how small, can have a ripple effect that is felt far and wide. When we pollute our rivers and oceans, we are not just harming the environment, we are also harming ourselves. When we destroy forests, we are not just destroying habitats for animals, we are also destroying the very air we breathe. The interconnectedness of all things is a scientific fact, but it is also a spiritual truth. We are all part of something larger than ourselves, and we have a responsibility to care for one another and for the planet we share. Section 8. A Garden Lost, a Lesson Learned. The Garden of Eden is often seen as a paradise lost, a reminder of what we have lost through our own actions. But it can also be seen as a source of hope, a reminder of what we might one day regain if we can learn to live in harmony with nature and with one another. The story of the 4 rivers of Eden teaches us that true abundance comes not from taking more than our share, but from living in balance with the natural world. It teaches us that we are all connected and that our actions have consequences. Most importantly, it teaches us that we are not alone. Just as God provided for the Garden of Eden, so too does He provide for us. We may have lost our way, but we can always find our way back to the source of life if we are willing to follow the flow of His love. Section 9. Remembering Eden. The next time you see a river flowing by, take a moment to appreciate its beauty and its power. Remember the 4 rivers of Eden and the lessons they teach us about abundance, interconnectedness, and divine providence. Let us strive to be good stewards of the earth, so that future generations may also experience the wonder and beauty of a world where rivers flow freely and life flourishes in all its diversity. The story of Eden is a story of hope. It is a reminder that even in the midst of a fallen world, beauty and abundance can still be found. And it is a call to action, a challenge to create a world where all of God's creation can thrive. Please subscribe to our channel for more journeys through paradise.